Hi, I'm Shark Whitebeard here at Shark's Tavern making another video. Somebody made a comment on one of our videos asking, can you name some of the Ren fairs and pirate festivals you guys have been to and some of the good ones? And in my opinion, they're all really good. They're all pretty good. Some are different than others, and some are really big, some are small. But I'll go ahead and name a few. So Valhalla. If anyone doesn't know, Valhalla is like the Vikings version of like heaven. When you die, you go to Valhalla if you're a good Viking and die with a sword in your hand. And Valhalla is in Lake Tahoe. They have it 2 weekends in a row. One of them is Barbarian, I think, Barbarian Days, and then the next one's Pirate Days, whatever. And Valhalla, we usually used to go there every time and try to get down there and meet some friends and folks and hang out there with them. Valhalla's really cool. It's a really good little Ren fair. It's in the trees. It's kind of like in I think it's a park area or a forest service campground or something where they put it on. One thing I used to like to do is I'd walk around there and I remember Valhalla, and what I did was I used to walk up to people in costume, or if they weren't, and said, hey, you want to take a picture with? Can I take a picture with you? And then get their camera and take a picture too. And I always used to say, oh, hey, you want to, stand behind me and act like you're cutting my throat, with my lark dagger, cut my throat, and they stand there and like to cut my throat. They always thought that was pretty cool. And I remember I was walking this really sweet, gorgeous little young girl dressed like a fairy, and I walked up to her and said, can I take a picture? She said, oh yeah, you can take a picture with me. She had little wings and stuff. And then I said, oh, you want to take a picture of me cutting my throat? She goes, no, I can't do that. That'd be unfairy-like. So she's really in her character and stuff like, no, I cannot cut your throat. So that was kind of cool. One of them we go to is the Pirates of the Pacific in Brookings, Oregon, right on the beach. It's right on the dock. I remember one time we were down there, and I guess there was some father and son walking down below on the dock, and they didn't know that there was a pirate festival going on. And the guy, I remember he comes up the stairs from the dock and walks right into me and my wife dressed like pirates. And he just looks, I think it's a double take, and he looks around, and then he sees that everyone's dressed like pirates. And then he kind of like, whoa, whoa, and then he saw the sign like, well, Pirate Festival. He didn't know what was going on. And we were walking around there, and when we were with the pirate crew, one of the captain's girlfriend said that everyone's leaving their mugs like these around, and that to write our name on the bottom of them so that we know whose mugs they are. So I was walking around, and these 4 guys are sitting there. They came up on Harleys. They're about my age, and they're retired guys. Really cool, and they kept calling me by my name. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And I kept thinking, who are these guys? Do I know them? Do I know them? And I'm trying to play it off like, oh, how you guys doing? Haven't seen you in a while, because I think it's going to come to me. Where do I know these guys from? And then finally I just said, all right, I had it, dude. Where do you know me? And they said, we don't, dude. We saw the bottom of their name on the bottom of your mug, dude, when you were standing up and sitting down. We said, oh, just pretending we knew you. So that was kind of cool. Also, me and the wife, they usually at Brookings, they have bands going on at each end and stuff. They have reggae music and some folk music and stuff. It's really cool. At one point, me and my wife were in our pirate garb, and I had to take off our weapons and stuff, put them down, and then we were dancing. We were swing dancing, jumping around and getting other people to dance and stuff, and having a really great time. And people thought that we were paid performers to be there, but we weren't. We're just regular people that showed up to have fun like everyone else. So Brookings is always really good, and the way we got to go, we got to drive through the Avenue of the Giants, all those big giant redwoods to get there. So it's always a really nice drive at the end before we get there. Another one's North Cal Pirate Festival in Vallejo. That's a really big festival. It's right on the coast right there, and they run pirate ships in the water, and the pirate ships start shooting at us, and they got guys with cannons that shoot back at them, and it's kind of really fun, and they got a bunch of black powder guys. It's a really big festival. A lot of good food, a lot of good folks there hanging out. Had a lot of good time with everybody, interacting with folks. I remember there was this guy, looked like he was kind of military, ex-military, or military. He had a shirt on that says something like America Strong or something. And he's standing there totally out of place wearing t-shirts and shorts. And his girlfriend was all in, dressed like a Ren fair, and she was out there looking at all the booths, and I checked this dude out, and he was just standing there like, dude, how did I let my girlfriend drag me down here? And he didn't, he's just standing there like out of place. So I walk up to him and I said, hey, how you doing, dude? And he goes, oh, I'm doing all right, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I started showing him my flintlock pistol, and I said, hey, I go, you ever see one of these? Oh man, and he started, because he was military, and he started telling me about muskets, and he saw that, he went to the museum, he saw these muskets, flintlock, with bayonets and everything. He's going on, and talking to me, he's all pumped up, like, oh man, this is pretty cool. And his girlfriend walking over, and she looks, she goes, hey man, look at this, check this out. She just looks at both of us, and kind of rolls her eyes, like, okay, and then she walks back to the booth. Like, okay, well, at least he's happy he found someone to be friends with. So that was NorCal Pirate Festival, is a really good one. Another one is the Northern Cal Ren Fair in Hollister. I think it's around a place called the Casa de Fruta. They have jousting and stuff. They have these nights where they don't just joust, they put on like a performance. And it crowds in there, they have like bleachers to watch, and what they always do, and it's really cool, is the knights will come and joust, and they'll swing at each other a couple times, and joust, and then they'll jump off and fight on foot with swords. And what they do is the bad guy, the black knight, will knock the sword and the shield out of the good guy and knock him on the ground. And he's on the ground at the mercy of the bad guy, and then his little page boy, who's like 10 years old, will run out there and grab a shield and protect and try to fight the bad guy off, and everyone's cheering and going crazy, you know, for the kid. And then finally the little kid, he's overwhelmed, he's knocked on his butt by the bad guy, but by that point the good guy manages to recover, grab a sword, and defeat the bad guy, and everyone's cheering and everything. Really cool. And they always do that. And then I remember I saw it after it was over, I was telling the little kid, you know, I said, oh man, I seen you out there. His little 10-year-old kid goes, yeah, that wasn't even planned, man. I just ran out there and had to fight and protect him, and he's all into like his character and stuff. That's always pretty fun. Of course, there's Port Nassau in Lebanon, Oregon, and that's the one that we actually, our pirate crew sets up at. That's the only one we actually set up our Sharks Tavern with our pirate crew. And like that's, I've been telling stories about there and what we've been doing. So, you know, hopefully we'll see you when they start up again, the Ren Fairs, and we'll see you folks down there, and we can come into Sharks Tavern and feel good about it. And, you know, make sure you subscribe, like, share, thumbs up, post a comment if you want more videos like this. Thanks a lot.